Unfiltered Thoughts with Lori K. today. I'll ramble, you jump in, and we'll squirrel together. Oh, and the no shit Sherlock button is always available. Unfiltered Thoughts. So I am a Capricorn with Libra moon, Libra rising, if anybody cares. And that means my birthday's in a few days, and I'll be 57. And I can kick. This past year, I fell and hurt my kneecap really bad. And that's when I started feeling my age. I was like, what the? I started walking with more intention, like looking where I was going, like really paying attention to what's around me and in front of me and on the ground. Then that happened, I think, in September, maybe early October. Then yesterday I fell and I hurt my hip. I hurt my hip. What? Okay, another thought. So then yesterday I thought, I have 906 days. So today I have 905 days until July 1st, 2028. 2020. Squirrel, Barbara Walters. Anyway, what does that mean to me? Why I'm thinking ahead is because I live in a very rural area, which I would like to get back to civilization. It's been interesting. What will also be happening is my child will be graduating from high school around that time. So it's like a double-edged sword. I'll be hopefully able to move to a location that's has more things, like a grocery store that's closer, that kind of thing. Just simple things, really. But then my baby will have been graduated high school. Yeah, random, right? So it's the countdown, bittersweet countdown. Hopefully you'll stay with me and see where this goes. I used to go live on TikTok quite a bit, and I haven't been, but we have our first day of sun in a very long time in my rural area, and I am loving it, every minute of it. So it's lifted my mood. I have definitely been struggling with menopause, perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause. Who the hell cares? It's all the same symptoms, isn't it? It's just the degree of the symptoms, really, which made me create a few books. One's called the Menopause Symptom Tracker, and the other one is a Menopause Self-Care Journal, which also has a symptom tracker. And then my first one, which was the Doodle Self-Care Journal. I'm not going to promote these or push them or anything. I am creating an app around it also. But I needed that for myself because being in therapy for so long, my therapist would ask me, give me your anxiety or depression level 1 to 10. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? What get specific? 1 to 5, is a little easier for me to think about. And then I'm not keeping track of it like every day. Like in the morning, I've got the mood swings. I've got the menopause. It all goes around down to menopause. All right, I'm rambling, and I hope that you can chime in and we can squirrel together on this adventure. I do hyperfixate on certain things. There have been years and years of different types of hyperfixations that I deep dive into learning certain things, and then I move on to the next thing. Right now, I'm building an app, and it's very difficult. And yes, I'm using ChatGPT to ask a million questions on the app building process. I'm using Supabase, Supabase, and as the back end. And the front end, I decided to use Flutterflow, I think it's called, for the front end. And we are struggling going back and forth. ChatGPT doesn't know the answers. So now I'm asking Flutterflow and all the other places. AI Learning Lab with Kyle Shannon's really good. Sabrina is good too. There's a few people that I rely on with the AI business. And hopefully you guys can chime in and push that no shit Sherlock button when needed. But my menopause is making my mood swings feel like I'm just going around and around and around. Like I'll do some work and then I'll go and do something else and I'll come back and then I'll be like, all right, here we go again. Why are we doing this? Squirrel! I don't know. This is different going live on YouTube than it is on TikTok because I can't have the music here, which is a bummer because I'm very much into the music. Which was another hyperfixation. I did a lot of writing songs and then I put it onto the Suno and created some music, which was fun. And that phase is over because now I'm on this phase. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully somebody will come on here who have built an app before and we can talk about it. Because Supabase wasn't hard to do. Flutterflow, I can't get a button to go. I can't get the button to say go from save to saved. Because I want all the symptoms to be saved. And for you to know when you hit the button on the app that it's been saved. It's the simplest, smallest detail. Ooh, looks like we already are ready for our no shit Sherlock button. Oh, look at these fun questions. You're in the wrong live. You get eaten alive with the Gen X WDNC women up in here. Oh, DNA, Mindset Matters. What's up? We do not care. We did not care about your frivolous questions. Hey, last year I did get a puppy. I was very excited about that. That was a good time. I can handle my own. All right. That's good. That's good. The snow that is on the ground is mesmerizing, but the sun bouncing off of it is just simply gorgeous. But I'm ready to go find some civilization. I'm kind of done living in the rural area. It has served its purpose, and I've got 905 more days of it. So then I can hopefully move to civilization. That's the key. Fingers crossed, my friends. Fingers crossed. I knew it. Oh, that's funny. Aw, thank you, Towns. Thanks for chiming in. See, I need that interaction so that we can squirrel together. I ramble a lot, and I appreciate you saying that. I really do. A wonderful vibe. You have a wonderful vibe. You do. Yeah, my puppy's doing really well. Would you like to see him? He's just turned a year old, January 5th. So we share a birthday month. See, the sweetest. Isn't he the sweetest? Say hi, puppy dog. He would like to take a walk, which I better not say that word too loudly. But it's sunny out, so I'll probably end up taking him very soon. Aw, hi, Vicky. I know, isn't he the sweetest? I love puppy dogs. So cute. I'm so grateful. I waited for the longest time after my last one passed. He was a standard poodle. This one's a Moyen, Moyen. Have you heard of that? I guess it's popular in Europe, but not so much here. It's doing good. Hope the cute. But yeah, when I moved into this rural area in 2022, I didn't have a fence. And I really prefer having a fence when I have a dog. I just do, especially when it's as cold as it is up here. So we finally got a fence in, I want to say July. And a month later, we got our puppy, our little puppy dog. Yes, it's very exciting. I really don't know what to expect on YouTube Lives. Going live on TikTok is a lot different because, we can have the music, but we can't say, hey, go to the link in my bio, or hey, I wrote a book, go check it out. Unless you sell that book on the TikTok shop, you can't say it. They'll stop your live. And it's not like I'm promoting myself or maybe I don't like to market or really share what I do too much, but I do have those things. And so I thought maybe I'll give this a go. And this is my first YouTube live. YouTube. Squirrel. Have you guys seen U2 in concert? That was a good concert. I miss living in Morrison, Colorado. I saw a lot of concerts at Red Rocks, and I miss it. I have a 5-year-old toy named Baby Doll, and she has my husband's snooker. Oh, toy. See, Vicky, I had a toy named Abby, and she passed years and years ago. Jack was my standard, and he passed in 18. Oh, they're studly too. And the standards are a lot, yes, less yappy. Am I allowed to walk in here on YouTube without, it's going to be a little dark. I'll show you a little picture that I have. That was my standard. That was when we first got him. He ended up turning all gray. That's Jack. I still keep his picture because he was the best dog I've ever had, and I've had a lot of dogs. Oh, look. My little buddy just stood up like, what are you talking about? I'm your best dog. What do you mean? He's looking out there like, are we going to? No, honey. Nope, it's just mama. It's just mama. It's all right. He'd get a little boof, boof. Okay, squirrel. I saw this TikTok about this woman owns like a kind of a wolf kind of dog. Huge. But she says they just kind of boof. They don't really bark. It's like boof. And she showed them doing it out her window. And she said it was because when they're in their pack and they're out in the wild, they don't want to draw attention to themselves, which makes sense. Pretty wild though, huh? How long did you say you were going to be before you come back? She's turning gray. Yours is turning gray? Before I come back, I don't know what I said. I'm squirreling all over the place. So cute, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh no, you didn't make me cry. Thanks, Vicky. No, honey. Yeah, I have 905 more days until I can get back to civilization. But that's also the time that my baby will be graduating high school. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword, Like, I'm looking forward to getting to civilization, but I'm also not looking forward to my baby being out of school. Like, my baby. You said that, yes. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't even know how long people usually go on live on YouTube. The only live I've been really on YouTube after all these years was AI Learning Lab with Kyle Shannon. And that's usually at night. And he's usually teaching about stuff like that. I am not a teacher. I worked with the developmentally disabled, though. in the school system at one point in my life for a few years. What's up? Radioactive. That's a good song. I wish we could play music on our lives on YouTube. Radioactive. I could sing. I don't know if you want to hear me singing. Yeah. It is pretty wild to have gone from, I used to live in Colorado, and then I also lived in Tennessee for about 5 years, and in Ohio, and now I'm in Michigan. I would like to go back to Colorado, but it's very expensive to live there. And I have a lot more family and friends in Ohio now than I do in Colorado. So I might end up going back to Ohio. Hopefully, depending on where my child goes, what happens after high school graduation. Just another day in paradise, man. We made it every day. Grateful for making it. Do you want to hear something that I put in my book? It's kind of fun. It's in the journal one. Hold on, let me get it. I've been doing this for years and years and years. I don't know if this will be boring. I think you sing good. Thanks, Radioactive Boy. Nice to meet you, and I hope you are going to be my friend, and I have liked and subscribed. Well, thank you, Vicky. So good to meet you, too. This is in my Menopause Self-Care Journal. I'm going to read something for you. Is it? I don't know what that is. All right, so this is kind of a gratitude practice, right? So it's a lot of words I'm not going to read to you. We'll just do the practice itself so we can think on one thing today that we are grateful for. And you can do this daily, weekly, monthly, whatever floats your boat. This is from my book that I created, so I think I'm allowed to read it. I don't know what's okay and not okay on the YouTube. So I'm trying to stay within guidelines, and since I don't want to read all the guidelines, I'm just going to ask for forgiveness. All right, I'm not finding it. You'll have to give me a minute. Okay, Vicky, hold on a minute. Let me get to it. This is why, because I'm doing it one-handed. I should find a place to set my phone down, shouldn't I? Okay, let's go into, let's see here. What did I do this? In day 2 is the gratitude practice. Day 2, y'all, day 2. So we've got day 1, day 2. Here we go, ready? Weekly gratitude practice, right here it is. Screenshot it. Okay, we're going to use the prompts below to connect deeply with one thing we're grateful for today. Let me read some of it. Radioactive, thanks for the heart. I don't know what that is over here. I'm so used to going live on TikTok, but I think I thank you. Okay, let me read just a little bit of it. Gratitude isn't supposed to feel fake or forced. If it starts sounding like toxic positivity with a smile glued on your face, it's not helping. Detailed sensory-based gratitude has, I'm not going to read all that to you. Okay, so next time you journal or meditate on something you're grateful for, close your eyes and see if you can connect more fully by reflecting on these questions. Hi. What adjectives come to mind? So right now, just think of one thing you're grateful for, whatever it is, just one little thing. What adjective comes to mind? Think of words that describe this feeling or experience. Don't overthink. Let your first impressions guide you. When you have an adjective and you have something that you're grateful for, let me know in the comments. The next thing we're going to work on is what color do I associate it with it? Imagine a color that represents this gratitude. It can be literal or symbolic, such as my example has always been, because I've been doing this for years, has been I'm grateful that I no longer smoke cigarettes. Okay, so the adjective that comes to mind is light and airy. Those are adjectives for me that feel good. The color that I associate with it is white, because it feels uplifting and white, and my lungs feel clear. It's been so many years since I've stopped. Where in my body do I feel this gratitude? Notice any physical sensations that arise. Gratitude can show up in your chest, stomach, shoulders, or elsewhere. Women specifically, we hold a lot of stuff in our shoulders, don't we? Yeah. I noticed with this particular thing, this example that I gave for stopping the smoking, is the physical sensation that arise is definitely in my chest. I can breathe. My lungs feel like breath of fresh air. And what does it feel like in this place? I just described that sensation to you. Describe the sensation in the body part where you're feeling it. Is it warm, light, heavy, expansive? Super expansive for me. Thank you, Laura. You're welcome, Vicki. What does it feel like in that place? Okay, next is what about this makes me feel grateful right now? Reflect on the reason this moment, this person, or this thing matters to you. Focus on what feels meaningful in this exact moment. So, for example, with my smoking, what feels meaningful for me in this exact moment, now that I'm bringing it up again, is that I can live longer to see my child experience more things in life. That is what is the most meaningful in this moment about that particular gratitude I have of being able to have stopped smoking. What specific emotion comes up? It's a little different than feelings or, name the feeling you notice. You can use the feel wheel on the following page if it's helpful. So yeah, I created a little feel wheel in my book so that you can sometimes we can't name our emotions. And this is super helpful to me anyway. So what emotions are coming up? Calmness. I'm feeling a lot more calm, less worry about having to find the cigarettes, having to pay for the cigarettes, having lung cancers and things like that. So less worry. Those are emotions that come up for me. How about you? Are you still following me with the gratitude? Let's go to the next one. How will I show this gratitude? Woo! Relaxed for you. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm feeling relaxed for not smoking. It is more relaxing. You would think when you pick up the cigarette that you inhale and you exhale, it makes you feel more relaxed, but it really doesn't. How will I show this gratitude? Think of a small action, a thought, or a habit that reflects this feeling. So I can go throughout my day, my week, my month, however often I think about doing this gratitude practice. Think of a habit, a thought, and an action to reflect this feeling, to think back on this gratitude and think, woo, yeah, I'm not going to pick up those cigarettes. I don't need to. I'm reflecting I'm creating new habits that matter. I'm going to have a glass of water instead of that cigarette. I mean, it's been, 18, 19 years since I've had one, so I don't really crave any smoking ever again, but I can think back and on this gratitude of, wow, I'm extending my life. I'm choosing to make this happen. I'm choosing not to pick up that cigarette. You know what I mean? So that's my example. When will I remind myself of this feeling again? Decide on a cue moment or a ritual to reconnect with this gratitude in the future. So for me, it's times when I'm able to walk a lot further, and I do love to walk. That's my cue to, especially in the super cold, when it's super cold, like right now, it's super cold out there. And when I'm able to take a deep breath in as I'm walking, it's like, oh, that's clear. I'm still grateful that I no longer have that habit. So think about that for your gratitude that you're thinking about right now. It could be, hey, I woke up this morning. I'm grateful to be alive. I've got a roof over my head. Yay for me. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is. Who helps me grow and learn around this thing I'm grateful for? Identify people, guides, or sources of support that strengthen your relationship to this gratitude. So for the smoking reference, I would say I grow and learn from people who I surround myself with who do not smoke, because we have other things to do. We have more, I don't know, healthier habits to join in on. I don't know. But you can think around that gratitude, the guides, the people who support you around this particular gratitude. Who will I share this gratitude with? Consider anyone you want to tell or demonstrate your gratitude to, even if it's quietly. So if there's someone who was in your life before, whether they've passed or not, and you just quietly want to thank them for showing you a better way or supporting you when they did, when they were here, or someone like, for instance, with my smoking, sharing the gratitude with my child to be able to know that, hey, we get to live in a smoke-free environment. We do not have to smell it on my hair or in my clothes or in our house or any of that noise. You know what I mean? That's it. That was our gratitude practice that is in our menopause self-care journal. There's symptom tracking. There's interactive patterns. You can pick it up on Amazon if you'd like. But I've been doing that practice for quite some time, and it's beneficial. It's not like I do it every day. I certainly am grateful every single day. I wake up, I'm like, yeah, thanks for the roof over my head. Thanks for the food in my belly. Thanks for the electricity, especially in northern Michigan when the electricity goes out quite often. Squirrel, snow, wind, cold. Okay, back to my 905 more days until civilization. Oh my gosh. I've been saying that for years, since 2022. There's just, not as much here as there was in other places I've lived. That's all I'm saying. I'd just like to run to the grocery store and pick something up that is there, or run to a Meijer or something and be able to grab some tennis shoes that I need, like that would be nice. That's all I'm saying. Super grateful though. Okay, we can have both. We can be grateful and look forward to going on to the next step. See you next time, and I really enjoyed this. Thanks, Vicki. I'm so glad you were here. And yeah, it's been almost 30 minutes already. Time flies when we're rambling. Thanks for coming by, and hope to do this real soon again. And maybe next time we can talk about the menopause brain. The fogginess, I don't know. I appreciate you being here anyway. And super grateful. Super, super grateful. Until next time, until we meet again, my friend. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Oh, how do I stop this now? Let's see. I should have figured that out first, huh? Okay, we're going to see the buttons over here. Stay with me. If not, then bye. Oh, the lighting on. There you go. Nope, that's not it. That was just the camera. It's still live. Y'all, this is crazy. Oh, there's effects too. Look at that. Well, we just might not end the live. Should we just stay here all day together? Community moderation, chat filter. Maybe I need to chat GPT this. I'm going to chat GPT it. How do I stop the live? Okay, here, let me put that on here. Now, see, I can totally put this on here. Let's see. Do you know how to stop the live? All right, we're going to chat GPT it. How do I stop the live on YouTube? Oh, squirrel. I painted these rooms the other day because there's so much dirt on the walls and that I can't wipe off because it's flat paint. I think I got more on me than the walls. Oops. However, it's the wrong color paint. I was just touching up. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's another story. Okay, while you're on, tap finish, usually on the right bottom. I don't see the word finish. Do you? I don't see it. Tap end. Do I hit the plus sign? Nope. Start a poll or start a question. Maybe the X. Let's try that. Oh yes. Stop streaming. Bye.